Today I had the great idea of combining two of my passions at this period of life, which is balloons and dancing. I took up some adult dance classes about a year ago now, and I love it. It has saved my life, changed my life. It's just been so good for me to get back into dancing. And so I've really wanted to do dance videos, but I'm the balloon girl. So I'm just gonna combine them and it'll be like a new thing and we'll see how it goes. And I don't really care how it goes because I'm really just doing it for fun. But for my dance video that I wanted to do, I wanted a little balloon in it. And so I had to come up with something. And I had the idea that a lot of my merch has these little balloon dogs that are dressed up as reindeer with little antlers on, but I've never actually made one out of balloons, so that's what we're gonna make today. So I'm just gonna play around. This is not exactly a tutorial, it's more like a balloon play, and you guys can play along with me. I guess I don't need all my camera equipment in the shot. So what I'm just gonna use up some of my old stock of mocha brown link balloons, and then I've got a red 360, 350. If you have a 5-inch round red, that would be better. And then I've got antlers, so just like a nice flesh tone color or black or whatever you like to do for antlers. So on the 6-inch link balloons here, what I'm gonna do is just kind of visualize making a balloon dog bubble by bubble. And we're gonna hook all of them together in the same order that we would if we were twisting it. So start with the head, however big you want your head to be. And these are a bit older, so I'm not going to overinflate them too much because they do have a bit of that old balloon smell, so I don't want to stress them out too much. So the nice thing about using a hand pump when you're doing this is you can really get accurate sizing. So if I want this ear to be a certain size, it's 4 pumps, then I know how to do the same number of pumps for the other ear so that they can be the same. So you're just gonna start attaching your linking balloons as you go down the line from head to tail. So the next bubble I have is going to be the neck. So I want the neck to just be a nice roundish bubble. So we're gonna attach that. And I am trying to tie these as tight as I can without stressing the balloons out too much, because when you do try to twist these together, they can wanna pull apart because they're technically round balloons. And so they don't butt up right beside by side each other as good as your twisting balloons, which are long and skinny. These are fat and round. But I'm just gonna do the front legs now, same as the ears. So almost all the bubbles are gonna be about 4 pumps on my hand pump here. I do like to, let's see, it's a little bit different when you're tying onto a chain. You gotta think about changing which hand you do things in. Tummy time. So just do a nice little fat tummy for our balloon dog reindeer. And then we've got 2 more back legs and 1 final bubble for the tail. So I guess you could give them a poodle tail if you add a little round 5-inch ball at the end or something. Might be cute, might be worth trying. So those are the last 2 legs, and now we're just gonna throw on 1 final balloon for the tail. Make it a little bit bigger, I guess. Wrap that up. And then since it is the tail of a dog, you can leave this little tip here. It just kind of looks like the 260 tail end of a balloon. So I'm not gonna worry too much about leaving that visible. And same thing with the nose. This is kind of like his little nose, so you can leave the nozzle on there. So now, just like making a balloon dog, we're just gonna take all of our bubbles. So these number 2 and number 3 here are gonna come together. You're just gonna twist. I give it a couple extra twists on these just because there's a lot of latex in the middle here with all the knots of everything. Can kind of mess up your friction a little bit. So same thing, number, I guess that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Gonna bring those together. And there you can already see the front of our little doggy taking shape. Isn't he so big and squishy and adorable? All right, now again with our number, whatever, 2nd to last and 3rd to last bubbles are. Twist those together. So you've got the little tummy in between, the nice little tail at the end. Aren't these adorable? I just love how big and squishy they are. Now, one thing, you want to make sure to cut off, the only thing I'm going to cut off here really are the tips that are showing, the little tails here. Just make sure you have a really good knot tied, because if it's not tied well, then you're basically putting a hole into the end of one of those bubbles because of the linkiness, the linky tails. So I'm just gonna get the ones by the feet as well. And there you have a big giant balloon dog, which is adorable. But we're gonna make it even cuter by adding some antlers. So I'm gonna do the same antlers that I made for a little headband for myself earlier today. And I'm just using 160, super easy. Just a one balloon design here, which would be great for little parties and festivals this season. And I basically do like 2 balloon dogs coming out of your head. I hate to say that because once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's my favorite way to do antlers and I can't help it. So I'm just gonna twist a 1-inch bubble, 2 little 1-inch bubbles, like the head of a dog. And then we're gonna do a single 1-inch bubble and then 2 more doubles, or 1 more double. Okay, so it really is like the head and front legs of a dog. Okay, I know, don't have to tell me. So then I'm gonna come down about 2 to 3 inches. I'm gonna make a nice chunky pinch twist. I wanna give my balloon here a little bit of a bend. This is the part that's gonna go over the middle and top part of the head. So you want it to just kind of curve with the balloon. All right, we're gonna twist that off on the other side, make another pinch twist here. A nice round, fat pinch twist. And then we're just gonna come back up on this balloon, same bubbles as we did over here. So just copy and repeat. We'll do our little pair here, another double, and then whatever you have left. Sometimes it works out just perfect where this is about the right size as this bubble. But of course, it ain't gonna do that when I'm filming it. It's just, that would be too lucky. We don't have that kind of luck here, and that's okay. All right, so I'm just gonna trim off that end there. And then you just want your antlers, however you position these, if you want them like this, just make sure they're both kind of doing the same thing. I'm gonna turn it this way and that way. Okay, so they're about the same. And then the way I'm gonna attach these, since this is for decor and not something I'm doing in front of a big line of people, I am just gonna U-glue these on. So 1 U-glue dash. If you don't have any dashes in your stash, you need to get some dashes in your stashes because these come in handy for so many things, not just for decorating. But as a twister, you probably will get asked to decorate at some point in your life. And it would be nice to already have some of the things on hand that you are probably going to want to have as a decorator as well. Okay, so I put 1 dash on the end of each of these pinch twists. That's it. You can put 1 in the middle here too, if you really want to make sure. And I'm just gonna come over the top of his head and stick those right on there. Oh, look at that. Get some dashes in your stashes. Okay, this is super cute just by himself. You could also do a black for the nose instead of the red. You could make like a whole herd of these guys and have the one in the front just with the red nose. I think that would be super cute, especially as a nice big display piece. They're super easy. Just make a bunch of dogs, throw some 1 balloon antlers on them and a nose, and it's gonna look like a really big, impressive display that you put a lot of time into, but it is balloon dogs. It's not that hard. I love balloon dogs. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 350 here for my red, just because I'm out of red 5-inch rounds. 'Tis the season, so you can use what you got at your house. If you have, I did it with like an 11-inch or 12-inch earlier. I just severely underinflated it. All right, so we're now going to get rid of his little nozzle nose because we're putting on a different nose instead now. You could, since I did this with a 350, you've got a little bridge, that knot that we tied. You're gonna be able to slide your finger in between the knot and the balloon. And what you can do to attach things without using glue dots is slide that nozzle of his nose right through there. See, I was immediately thinking of using U-glue dashes for his nose also because that's what I did earlier because I used a round. But since we're using the 350, we can just slide this over. And then I'm gonna try to tuck that nozzle back in, up in the middle of that knot space, that little bridge space, and leave it there. Now he's got his nose attached. If you don't like, one thing I don't like about that method is sometimes it's not like flush up against his face, you know? So if you do want to put on a couple of U-glue dashes on the side where it's one to like stick out and stick up. So I put a couple glue dashes on the sides here. I'm just gonna really push that nose into his face so it's really stuck nice and firmly right up against the front of that face, and you can't see any space with a big knot in the middle or anything like that. It just looks like it just grew out of the brown balloon. So there's our adorable little tabletop centerpiece, decor piece, adorable little video helper friend, whatever you guys want to use this fun little reindeer for. You could technically, I guess, make this at a line work type of situation. Maybe not like a really busy one, maybe a low-key party or restaurant work, maybe if you've got the right color linking balloons. Anyway, it's just a fun piece. I really like to just use it to decorate. If you have a table that you want to decorate, if you're at a special event, you want to put a few of these around to help decorate the event, people really appreciate that. So that is my fun little Rudolph balloon dog, and I hope you guys like it. I really love the way this turned out. Should I do clip art for this one? Let me know in the comments if you want clip art for this guy or not. I don't know that it would ever be on a menu, but maybe you just want it because it's cute, and that's okay too. You can use it in your marketing materials. So that is it for today's video. I am really looking forward to hearing your thoughts, so leave those in the comments below. Let me know if you plan on making any little reindeer balloon dogs this year. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. And sorry for the wait on this one. Hopefully the next video I can get out a lot sooner. We'll see you guys in the next video. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye.